Hey, hello, y'all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. It's been a crazy morning already. I was on Clubhouse this morning. I got to do some virtual meeting, which is like literally virtual, like VR. Um, and I don't have the Oculus, but it's on that thing that I'm going to get list. Um, but the guys are in VR, so it's kind of funny. It's kind of like Friday morning cartoons. Anywho, so I think I got us live everywhere. We are live on what's this place called? Discord. And we're live on Facebook and we're live on YouTube. So I've been thinking about what I want to do with you guys this morning. And I'm looking at this thing. Let's take the tape off of this. But first, before we do that, we're going to hit the record button over here on this thing. And hopefully, Frank doesn't explode. You can hear the geese. That's kind of cool. So let me grab that. Next week, maybe, there we go. Next week, we'll be doing a whole bunch of stuff. I got a whole bunch of stuff lined up of things that I want to record. And so you guys are going to get a behind the scenes thing. So I'm going to move my stay ball here so I can sit down. There we go. Bouncy bounce. Good morning, Janice. So I was going to kind of go through these papers that I made. This one really curled, but this one's really cool, and I really like that. So I think I'm not going to use that on my page tonight. This one needs some love, but I think it goes well with this one, and I like this one. So we're going to show all these pages of what I created with the color palette, but for the actual page in the stencil book, we're going to use these three. We're going to kind of piece them together. And then we've got all of these offcast sheets as well to use to kind of fill. So I'm going to leave this one that's connected. I've got all these these are just book pages from different books, and I've been using them to offcast my brayer, and then you can use these for all different kinds of things. So this is for tonight. So put this all together. Try to be organized. After the live stream here, I gotta do my open enrollment, get that checked off my list, and then find out what we're doing today. And then I hope to go live on Discord and do some recording. And I'm going to put a paper clip on these so they stay together. And then I'm going to stick them up here so they are handy. So now you know they're on my top shelf. So if I forget where I put them, y'all, because that's how I roll. I need to clear off my desk. I want to change. I mean, check out this paper though. This would be a fun. This is not part of it. That's scrappy stuff. But this would be a fun paper to use on a journal cover. I was looking at it this morning, going, "That's kind of cool." On like an art journal. Yeah. All right, let's take this tape off and see how this turned out. So I gotta figure out. Okay, we did this way first. So let's take or this way last, I should say. And we'll see how this buffalo plaid that we've been working on forever. I'm going to put these right here. Let's just get all this started. And then I'm going to go have this sit out, sit in the sun here for a while and see if it can charge and see how it glows. So we'll see what happens. Because I'm not real happy with the paint. It just didn't want to do what I wanted it to do. It's very, I mean, there is literally, I'm not kidding here. It is literally at least 12 coats of paint on here. Like thin coats, mind you. Except for the last one, I kind of glopped it on there because I was getting frustrated. It's like, get it over with. Oh, okay, that's cool. That was just the paint peeling off the tape that was underneath. I can live with that. So I'm saving these pieces of tape because, yes, they have some paint on them, but they should still work for some projects. So I have an idea that I have rolling around in my head. So maybe we'll try that. Okay, let's get this side. Good thing I have fingernails. Good Lord. Okay, these we have to be a little bit more careful with because this is actual canvas underneath. But I want to get them at least lifted up. And then the funny thing is I'm going to go over this with some other stuff. I have an idea in my head. Let's see if my head and actual reality actually work together. Because that's always the misnomer. Okay, so, well, that did not work the way it's supposed to. Okay, well, that's okay. It's still cool. It gave me a kind of a checkery background. But the colors just didn't mix right, and it doesn't look right. And there's a lot of bleed underneath the tape because the paint was gloppy. Okay, you, listen. There we go. Oh, they're all sticking. Fine, whatever. I'm not going to argue with tape. I don't like tape, and tape don't like me. But you can see, like, this is supposed to be pure white, and there's some breaks in there, and this is supposed to be a lighter pink, the red, and then this is the pink, and then this is supposed to be like the red and pink together. There's not much of a color difference there, like it's supposed to be. That's okay. We work with what we got. That's how we roll. So this was my test to see how mixable they are to like make colors that you want, and they aren't very mixable. I don't know what that is. Looks like a bug. It's okay. This canvas, this is the other thing too that I'm testing is the canvas, because these are the ones from Joann's. And not real happy with it. It's a little bit warped. So after putting paint on it, that means the gesso wasn't a very good coat of gesso. So, I mean, still looks cute. It's just the white, the corners aren't. I'd have to go, if I was anal retentive, which I usually am, but this is going to be a background, so I'm not going to be that particular. But the color difference between this and this is there, but not between this and this, and that's what I was trying to go for. This is a little bit darker, which is fine, which is okay, but it's not the color that I wanted. But it's still cute. It's still cool. You're not the only tape. You know what? In my apartment, when I lived in Anoka, I had a whole section of wall that was just like me saving tape. And when my friends is like, why do you have tape on your wall? I'm like, because I save it and I reuse it. Well, why just not throw it away and use more? I'm like, have you ever bought a roll of frog tape? It's expensive. It's like $8. So, but it still turned out pretty cute. I'm actually going to put this in the window and let it charge for, I don't know, till tonight, and we'll see if it glows. So there's that. So we got the papers ready. We got that done. Let's see. I can't. There's a box of wheat thins in here, and I'm like, I should just pull the wheat thins out and just use the box. But I've got other boxes. So I'm not real sure. I don't know what to work on. Because you guys get to see so much already. Ugh. And I don't have a plan. I usually have a plan. Yeah, the checkers turned out really kind of cool. It's just not what I wanted. It isn't reminiscent of a buffalo type plaid, but it's okay. I will show you again on actual colors, like I know that'll color well. Actually, let's play a little bit because I can. I just have to find the paint pins because I have an idea to zhuzh these up a little bit. So let's get the jelly plate out. Let's get the paint pens out. I should really just bind this book. I need to do that today. Let's put that there. I need to make a focal point for this book, but in the inside pockets. I like putting pockets on the insides, especially for like art journals and writing journals. So that one is almost done. This box is done. I've got another box like this, and then I've got these two boxes that I want to work on. I've got 2 little pocket journals I need to finish. So, yeah, this box, I want to do this paper, like paper mache. And then, now that it's all glued together and the glue is dried or set up, I'm going to take some Mod Podge. And I probably will do it in gloss just because I don't use a lot of the gloss. And just Mod Podge it so it's got, but it turned out really cute. And this is what I'm going to put stuff in. I haven't decided what stuff. I want to get all the boxes done so I can just take them out and Mod Podge them. I think I might put a little tab right here just so it's easier to open. There's that. This one's empty. I think this one's the one. Yes, this is the one that has all my paint pens in it. Well, not all of them. I have more of them somewhere. I just don't remember where they're at right now. In fact, I don't want to open these because I have those already open somewhere else. So, but these are paint markers, like Posca pens. I don't have any Posca pens, so I have these instead. And they need to be stored flat. Don't store them in an upright container. That's what I've always been taught and told. So, hang on. Nope. I thought I brought them in. I think, oh, there's that ribbon. Sweet. Okay. Good thing I looked in that box because this is the ribbon I'm going to use for the pages. I found it when I was out in the studio. In the big studio. I should clarify. Okay, what I do with... Oh, it's down there. Okay. So those boxes are actually boxes from the power cords, and like I bought power strips for this office, and then the TV mounts that I have my TV and my monitor on, and so I think what I'm going to do is find the side that has paint on it, which isn't that one. It's this one. Yeah. And take that protective layer off. Okay. Put this back in the container so I can find it again. That was the reason why I didn't put it away in the first place, because I couldn't find excuse me, the plastic sheet. So, oh boy, I have a lot of cleaning to do. I should just clean today. So I'm just going to take a little bit of white and black and just kind of put a really super thin coat down just because I want to. And then, so this is zinc white and this is bone black. Maybe my hands will cooperate. I've been taking my magnesium, but I think I need to do more with that. Let's see how super thin, and it's gonna sell up too. So because this is a new jelly plate, and I didn't wash it because why? So I'm just gonna kind of gradiate these two together. I'm just gonna keep working it back and forth because I don't want it to sell up too much. Okay, there we go. So what I'm going to do is I've got, this is unbleached titanium. And then I've got, this is dioxazine purple. And this is a big dioxazine purple. And this is carbon black. And I think this is titanium white. Yep. And these are all Liquitex. This is Liquitex. And then I've got this Krylon gold leafing pen. So we're going to try that on here. This is something I happened to see Robin do on her channel. And I'm like, hey, I've got a few of those. So let's try zhuzhing some of these up. So I'm going to wait for this to dry. Now it's still a little wet, which is fine. Let's take the paper clip off. And I apologize if you can hear the wind in the microphone, but the wind is blowing outside. Now let's try some unbleached titanium and some gold. I'm just going to kind of draw with these. Okay, so press point down. So I don't know if this is going to actually be good for my plate or not. So this one is a water-based acrylic. This one is not. We're going to try it. Don't know until you try, right? Right. All right, let's get one of these pages. Because I tried pushing into, there we go. I tried pushing into the board and I forget that it's foam board. Come on, pen. You know you want to. This is the longest, wait. It's like waiting for a red light. There we go. See, it still has a spot that isn't covered. Polka dots. See, there's still a spot that isn't writing. There we go. I think I got it now. It's still taking forever. There we go. So let's... Okay, that's not working really well. So far, that's a fail. It's like not flowing. It's like there's no heat flowing. Okay. Yeah, see, it's like dry already. Yeah, see, it's not... I'm pressing down. It should write, but it's not. Okay, fine. We'll play with this one. Now I'm curious if the other one is going to write like the other Liquitex ones. I've had the Liquitex ones. I've used them. They're great. I don't know why that one's not. Okay, now we're getting the gold to come out. I'm going to take a sip of coffee in the interim. You should have it like bookmarked, Diane. Jeez. And you do know that if you go back in the text messages, it will bring you to that video, and you can find the video from there. Just a little FYI for you, sweet thing. Okay, so there we go. See, this is, let's try this. Maybe it's just because I have paint underneath it. I don't know. We'll try it on the bare board. But it wasn't even writing on the paper, so how can I expect it? Oh, for Pete's sakes. See, this one's dry too. Maybe it's because I have paint on there. Well, now that just splattered out. Okay, I give up. Okay, on to plan B. Let's use this brush. These are my ink brushes that I'm supposed to use with the, what's it called? The Sumi ink. This is my Sumi ink. I haven't brought it out to play with it in quite some time. But hello, Diane. Sorry. I'm a little feisty this morning. I don't know where that's coming from. It's been a rough week. It's been a long week. It's been a great week, though. Don't get me wrong. Okay, I'm going to use this as my color palette. And I'm just going to put a little bit of color down. And we're just going to use a brush. And we're going to go like this. And like that. There we go. And then I'm going to mist this to kind of wet it. We'll see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll just see what happens. This is the fun part of art, is you never know what you're going to get when you start playing around and doing weird stuff. So let's see. Oh, that did absolutely nothing. Okay, well, that's okay. It just lifted up the water. Okay, well, let's do a little bit of the quinacridone nickel azo gold. Let's put that down. And there's still a lot of water on here. So we're just going to roll with it. Okay, I'm going to grab a new piece of paper. And this is just sketch paper. This isn't anything fancy, no rice paper, no glassine. I'm just using this to play with right now because this is paper I cut wrong for my books because I'm coming up with like a template, and that way I have measurements and I don't have to design each book. I just know. Okay, so that's kind of cool. So that is actually really cool. Yay, frustration worked out. So I don't know if the lamp is, or the light is picking up, but there's gold flecks in there. So that's kind of fun. Let's do let's take this paint that we have here. I'm going to spread it out a little bit here, and then I'm going to take this brush, and we're just going to take this brush, and we're going to just kind of move it around, kind of add some brush effects. And I just want to kind of spread it out on here too, because we can still use this paper for something. And let's see, let's line this up here. Okay. Oh, that's kind of fun. That added a lot of fun texture. Let's do some white. We'll run that there. Let that dry. And I'm not even going to clean my brush. One, because I don't have any water. Well, I do. It's just in a bottle. But I kind of like not being stark white, especially working on white paper. So we're going to kind of re-engineer this. So instead of using a brayer, this is something that she did as well. I'm going to put this, Robin being the she that I'm referring to. So let's put this down. I don't know. Some people I just really, really enjoy watching now. I do miss doing acrylic pouring, and maybe after VidCon, I'll start doing more acrylic pouring. It's just, there's a lot of work to do out in the studio out there. Oh, that's really cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Excuse me. So, and even this, I could coffee stain that and stamp on it with some purple ink or something. So even if you don't use the full page, you can still use these scraps for other things. So that's really cool. I like that, because now the gold just peeks through and it's got a really cool texture to it and a really cool flow, because the white selled up again. So there you go. Let's see if this works for one of these pages. I want to spice up this page a little bit. So I'm going to take, and I'm going to mist this out, and then just kind of clean it up on the edge here, so it's not so much black in there. So then I'm going to take some white, and I've got this little bit of gold. So we'll put a little bit of white and a little bit of gold, and we'll smooch it about. Thank you, Janice. This is kind of fun. The brayer gets loud. Okay, so this one needs to be super shook up. Okay, I can't shake and drink coffee at the same time. Okay, so here we go. I put the gold in the white, and then I'm going to put a little bit of gold just on its own. And I'm just going to take my brush and I'm just going to kind of smooch it out. And it's kind of selling up from there too, so we'll see what happens. But I'm going to do it this way. Oh, see, now that, yeah, there we go. There's a lot of paint on there still. So I'm going to take this one and I'm going to move these paint markers out of the way. So I'm going to take this paper and I'm going to lay it on top. And this one too. I'm just going to rub to get the extra paint off. Okay. So, well, that's really cool underneath. I mean, look what it did to that. I added some texture. Same with this one. I just got gold paint on my arm. And then it kind of calmed this one down a little bit, you know? So it still has a lot of cool texture to it. Has some bling. So, let's do one more. I'm going to use the brayer and I'm going to put some nickel, nickel azo. Now I really want to use this one. It's like, I don't know if I want to use it on something for me. I want to use it on something for someone else. But we all have to have pretty things, right? Right. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of this. There we go. And I want to do just a drop of black down here in this corner. There we go. Gosh, I'm messy. Let's do a little blob of black in the corner. All right. So let's just bring the black into it. And I didn't intentionally work on the angle like this. It just kind of happened. I'm going to get another piece of paper. Why? Because I can. And I'm just going to lay this. Oops, I got two. I got two for the price of one. Okay. Oh my goodness. That's one pull, you guys. Oh, why am I pixelating? Oh, there we go. I apologize for that. Hopefully it doesn't. Now, even if it recorded that way, I can live with it because I can edit that part out. So we're not pixelated anymore. Yes, get your plate out, Janice. I'm gonna actually one day I'm gonna take like I'm gonna get one more of these, I think, or something, and I'm gonna do like multiple plates at one time and do each one different and then one big piece of paper. So each one has its own little feel to it. But that turned out really cool. I like it. I like it too. Okay. That one needs to go up here because this is separate. Otherwise, I'll try and put them all together. And we don't want that. So let's do one more. And let's do the gold again. And I'm just going to do a line of gold. Messy, messy. And a line of white. A little bit more white. And I'm just going to take my brush and I'm just going to intuitive smooching. There we go. Let's find another one that's kind of blah. That's the one I like. That one I like too. I don't know. There's not very many blah ones anymore. We've worked. So that one's kind of blah right there. So let's lay this down just kind of willy-nilly. Okay, we're probably gonna get mountains and valleys. So let's get these 2 pages here ready to lift off any excess paint. So yeah, because we've got excess paint on there, which is fine because we'll just take this guy and we'll lay him right here, and this guy and we'll lay him right here, and then we'll just give it a nice little rub, nice and gentle, show him some love. Okay. I gotta work on a calendar book for me too. Maybe that's what I'll work on. I've got it already printed out. Maybe I'll just make the front covers for it because I'm gonna hand bind it in a different way than I've done. I'm gonna do it like I did Michael's. I made a calendar book for him. Maybe I'll do that because I need to start writing stuff down like in a physical form. Because I don't know about you guys, but I have to like write stuff down like in pen and ink because sometimes I forget stuff. See, now this lifted up some of the color, but check that out. You see that down there? That red that got lifted? That looks cool. Maybe we need to do see, even that looks cool. This has something in it though. Oh, that must just be a chunk of paint. It's okay. We can work with it. So look how cool. And this is just book page, yo. This isn't even anything fancy or anything. This is actually kind of cool. I'm gonna see, that's where it pulled up. So it looks like it like flaked off. So that even adds more texture. And then we've got that. And yeah, see, now I'm, I don't know. Maybe I won't go back to acrylic boarding. This is too much fun. Okay, so I'm just going to do this on this book page. And I have any other pages up here that need some love? Yes, this one. This one would look really cool with that on there. Let's see. Let's do right here. So this is just, I bought, what was it, 15 books for $5 or something at Goodwill. And I tore them all apart, took the book pages out of them. I've sorted them out so I kind of know what's what. But I have a crate full of just pages of books for books. And some of them are like art books, you know, like art and drama, you know, stage and drama. Some of them are cookbooks. Some of them are just regular like dictionary type books. See now that is fun. I have to write everything down. I can find my list easier than my phone with all the alarms. Found it in the drawer. How does your phone get in the dresser drawer? I can't say anything. I found mine on top of the refrigerator. It's like, what was I thinking? But yeah, see, look how cool that made that. Do you see that? I'm just, yeah. Now, I do have a bottle of, so when this like Selly stuff starts to go away, I do have a bottle of baby oil gel. So I can just do a dab of the baby oil gel and spread it out again, wipe it down again, you know, just play with it. So I got one more piece here. I'm going to use this piece and we're going to clear off this plate. I'm going to kind of do an ombre, kind of ombre thing, just random. Golly jeepers, I need a different bottle for these because I'm kind of sloppy. It's getting everywhere. Okay, there's that. Let's do a little bit of black. Now I'm thinking on the diagonal too. I'm just, you know, just sit down and start playing with your art supplies. And if you don't like it, paint over it. And I want just a little bit of white to help kind of tone it down a little bit. Not too much. Because there's already white underneath it. So, messy. Okay. So let's just kind of start going. And then we're going to pull. I kind of like the dots because they're kind of not circular. Let's move this over. Okay. I'm kind of liking this now. Okay, so put the paper down. You'll see I try and put it as close to this corner as I can. That way I can rework this and I can rework this edge and come up with something that I truly like. Let's see how this looks. Yeah. And this could be, I mean, one pull and it can be done. I mean, just hit this with some coffee stain and to take away some of that stark white, or you could hit it with a distressed ink and there she blows. So get out your jelly plate. If you don't have one, I'm going to tell you something. If you don't have one, take a plastic bag, like a freezer bag, put some bubble wrap, like take 2 pieces of bubble wrap, because you just want to build up that pressure, that cushion. So take 2 pieces of bubble wrap or a piece of packing foam or something that's going to give you a little bit of cushion. I would even do 3 layers of bubble wrap if you've got the small bubbles. Put them inside, cut them to fit inside your bag and put them inside your bag, and then use that and play. You don't, I'm sorry, I hate to burst any of the foo-foo fancy people's bubbles, but there really are no rules to art because it's so subjective. It's so, a banana hammered to a wall is not art to me. To me, that's laziness. But just the depth of this, and it's just so much fun to just play in the paint and see what it'll do. And that's what I was doing today. So I'm just going to take this. I'm going to put a little bit of water on it. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to use that to clean out my brush. I'll wash it out better out. And I'm going to take this and lay it down kind of in the middle. But I'm just cleaning off my plate. I mean, I don't mind it having a little bit of stuff still on it to go to the next one. It's just kind of a chronological order of, oh yeah, I made this one, and then I made this one, and then I made this one. All right, last one, y'all. Now that is cool. It toned down the white and it made the black a little bit more gray, but there's still touches of black popping through. Lots of bling. These circles are really cool. So I wish the camera was better so you guys could really see. But art is never picked up really well with a camera. So I got these 3 pages to use in something. This one I might coffee stain. This one I might coffee stain. I might actually just use it as a background and do some intuitive scripting, whatever. I don't know. But we zhuzhed up. This one's just a scrap piece from another adventure in paint. This one's actually cool enough to use in the color palette challenge, I think, now. And we used up this one, so it's, I don't know, it reminds me of like a red door on a blue wall or something, This one's a little bit better. This one's a lot better. This one's, I think I'm gonna stick in my bin to use for some other art project. And these ones, they just, because very rarely do you use the whole page on a project. And if you do, you usually use it in a collage and it gets covered up anyway. So, but this one's from last night. I think it's pretty just the way it is. I might coffee stain this right here. I might leave this one out. So, yeah. I hope that inspires you guys. I hope you learned something. If not, at least reminded of an idea that you had. Just remember, art there's no rules. Have fun. Be you. I thought I had to sneeze. Remember to be you and have fun and just go out there and create something and have fun with it. And don't let anybody tell you you can't, because I just told you you can. So, neener, neener. I'm just cleaning off my brush. There's still some gold in the brush, and this stuff's expensive. So I want to get as much of it out of the brush as possible before I wash the brush. So, okay. That is our session for today. Friday night color palette challenge is tonight at 7 p.m. And Saturday we have our hangout. I'm hoping tomorrow or today. If I don't do it today, it will be tomorrow afternoon. I'm just gonna go live on Discord and have just like a major art session. Depends on what we get done today. Or maybe I'll do both. I don't know. It depends on a lot of factors right now. So I'll go out, have a great day, and if I don't see you until next week on Wednesday or next Friday, have a great weekend, and remember, be kind to one another. Peace, love, and happiness. And don't pull off your chair.